Could you imagine a city floating on the surface of the ocean? It may seem like something from an imagination, but it's becoming a reality. Join me on my worldwide journey as I uncover the race to build the world's first floating city. I'm an explorer on a mission to uncover all of the secrets behind this remarkable feat in human engineering and sustainability. From ambitious startups to government-backed initiatives, I'm going around the world to discover how this vision of a floating city is actually coming to life. Together we'll explore cities across Europe, Asia, Africa, and more, learning about their progress and examining all of the fascinating elements that go into creating these unique settlements. There's no telling what we might find out there, so come along with me and let's find out. I'm sure you're as excited about this journey as I am, and I'd love for you to join me. By liking and subscribing, you can get exclusive updates on my findings and stay informed about the progress of these amazing projects. Let's work together to explore the race to build a floating city and discover what we can learn from it. Who knows, maybe one day we'll be living in a floating city of our own. Let's take the first step and join the race together. From the canals of Venice to the man-made islands of Southeast Asia, there are communities around the world that have been living on water for centuries. From the famous floating villages in Cambodia's Chon Mies to the unique Huros Islanders in Peru, these settlements show us just how life can be sustained on the surface of the ocean. Venice has long been known for its romantic canals and gondolas, but it's also a city with a rich history of living on water. Stretching across 118 small islands, Venice is built on more than 100 canals and 400 bridges, an impressive feat of engineering that dates back to the 13th century. The city is a prime example of how humans can not only survive but thrive in an aquatic environment. The Huros Islands in Peru are another remarkable example of communities living on water. Inhabitants of the islands have been living there for centuries, and their unique lifestyle has been passed down from generation to generation. The islands are made up of reeds that are harvested from the lake and woven into bundles to form an artificial platform. This makes for a very stable base that can be used to construct homes, boats, and even small islands. Floating villages in Southeast Asia have also become quite popular over the years. These villages are primarily located in Cambodia's Tom Sap Lake, and their inhabitants make their living through fishing and boat-related activities. Life in these villages is quite different than life on land, but it's still a thriving community filled with unique culture and traditions. Each of these communities has its own unique story to tell, and each one demonstrates just how resilient humans can be when living on water. Their histories are a testament to the power of human ingenuity and creativity, and they show us that a world of aquatic settlements is indeed possible. Building on water has become increasingly popular in recent years, primarily due to the numerous environmental benefits it offers. With land scarcity becoming a major issue and terrestrial ecosystems being destroyed at an alarming rate, building on water is beginning to be seen as a viable option for sustainable development. One of the biggest advantages of building on water is that it helps to overcome land scarcity. By utilizing the vast expanse of the ocean, we can create new settlements without having to take away from existing land. This ensures that valuable land resources are preserved, and it also gives people access to areas that may otherwise be inaccessible due to geographical barriers. Building on water is also much more resilient when compared to terrestrial settlements. As sea levels continue to rise due to climate change, building on water can provide a secure foundation and help protect communities from the impacts of rising waters. Floating cities are also much more mobile than their land-based counterparts, meaning they can easily be moved to safer areas if necessary. Finally, Building on water helps to preserve terrestrial ecosystems by reducing development in sensitive areas. By constructing settlements in aquatic environments, we are able to reduce the amount of land that is taken away from wildlife and other natural habitats. This helps to maintain biodiversity, which is essential for the health of our planet. Building on water has numerous benefits for both people and the environment. It provides a reliable foundation in areas with limited land resources, improves resilience to climate change, and helps preserve terrestrial ecosystems, all of which are essential for a sustainable and secure future. Furthermore, with the rise of ambitious startups and government initiatives, it's likely that we'll be seeing more floating cities in the years to come. So get ready to explore an entirely new world. Building on water may offer numerous environmental benefits, but it also comes with some risks that need to be considered. One of the most significant concerns is the potential disruption of marine ecosystems. When constructing settlements, care must be taken to minimize disturbance to existing habitats and species. This includes avoiding areas known to be inhabited by endangered or threatened species, and ensuring that construction activities are closely monitored in order to prevent further damage. Another issue to consider is the potential disruption of natural water flows. If construction activities are not carefully managed, they can cause changes in local currents and water levels, which can have a detrimental effect on the surrounding environment. To avoid this, designers should take into account hydrological factors, such as water flow patterns and tidal movements when designing settlements. There is also the potential for pollution from construction activities and human waste. It's essential to ensure that materials are properly disposed of and wastewater is treated before it enters the ocean. Additionally, regulations should be in place to limit harmful emissions from marine vessels and other sources. Overall, building on water can offer numerous environmental benefits if done responsibly. Sustainable design and responsible construction practices are essential for mitigating risks to marine ecosystems and minimizing pollution. Governments should also put in place regulations to ensure that floated cities comply with these standards, as this will help to ensure the long-term sustainability of aquatic settlements. With careful planning, building on water can become an increasingly viable option for future development. Building on water is often seen as a costly endeavor, but the truth is that costs can vary greatly depending on the scale of the project and the materials used. Generally speaking, larger projects tend to be more expensive than smaller ones due to the increased infrastructure requirements and other associated costs. For instance, the floating city project planned for Hong Kong's Victoria Harbour has been estimated to cost over $25 billion due to its enormous scale and the complexities of building in a large city. On the other hand, smaller projects, such as the floating gardens of Amsterdam, are much more affordable and can be completed with significantly less investment. Materials also play a major role in determining costs, as certain materials are more expensive than others. For example, concrete is often used for larger projects due to its strength and durability, but this comes at a high cost. Alternatively, lighter materials such as fiberglass or plastic can be used to reduce costs while still retaining structural integrity. The architects and designers involved in these projects also have a major role in determining costs. Innovative approaches designed by experienced professionals can help to reduce both financial and environmental costs by making use of existing resources or creating more efficient designs. For example, the Floating Utopias project in Singapore is designed to be highly energy efficient and utilizes materials with a low environmental impact. There are many factors that influence the cost of building on water. As such, it's important for developers to consider all of these factors when determining the feasibility of their project. With the right design team and materials, it's possible to build on water without breaking the bank. The race to build the world's first floating city is truly on. 3 ambitious projects have been proposed in recent years. Neom, a luxury settlement planned for the Red Sea coast of Saudi Arabia. The Maldives Floating City project, set to become an exclusive seafront resort off the coast of the Maldives. And South Korea's Ocean Turtle project, which plans to build a self-sustaining community in the Yellow Sea. Each of these projects has its own unique features and designs. For instance, Neom's development includes plans for an artificial intelligence hub which will run on renewable energy, while the Maldives Floating City project is set to become an exclusive vacation hotspot with luxury villas and spas. South Korea's Ocean Turtle project, on the other hand, is being touted as a smart city that will be powered by renewable energy and connected to the mainland via tunnels. The potential impact of these projects is huge, from tourism to economy and even local communities. Neom, for example, has plans in place to create over 1 million jobs and become an international hub of innovation and technology. The Maldives Floating City project, on the other hand, is expected to bring in direct and indirect revenue for the government and local businesses. Meanwhile, South Korea's Ocean Turtle project could open up new opportunities and avenues for sustainable development in the Yellow Sea region. The costs associated with these projects vary greatly. Neom is estimated to cost around $500 billion, while the Maldives Floating City project is expected to cost in the range of $1 billion. South Korea's Ocean Turtle project has been estimated to cost over $2 billion. Which of these mega projects will win? Ultimately, the winner will depend on factors such as funding, execution, and public reception. As these projects move forward, it will be interesting to see which is able to make the most progress and become a reality in the near future. Finishing this segment with an optimistic note of conclusion that floating cities are possible if given enough push for successful implementation. Such projects can offer numerous opportunities for economic growth, tourism, and sustainable development. With the right level of investment and commitment from governments and private investors, building on water may soon become a reality. The possibilities are endless when it comes to floating cities. From luxury resorts to innovative hubs of science and technology, anything is possible when you take a leap into the waters. With the right resources and a commitment to innovation, it won't be long before we see an entire city floating atop some of the world's oceans. The future is upon us. Will you join in? Time will tell. In the meantime, let's keep an eye on these ambitious projects as they progress and develop into reality. Who knows what kind of surprises await just beyond the horizon? One thing's for certain. The future of floating cities is sure to be exciting. The potential for building on water is truly remarkable. With the right planning and resources, aquatic settlements can become a viable option for future development. In a world where traditional methods of developing land are increasingly unsustainable, floating cities may just be the answer to many of our most pressing challenges. Let's keep exploring these ambitious projects as they unfold in the years ahead. Who knows where it could lead us? Join me on an incredible journey to uncover the race to build the world's first floating city. Discover the history, environmental benefits, and ambitious projects. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the future of aquatic settlements. Let's shape a world where cities float gracefully on the ocean's surface. Join now and keep your mind afloat with knowledge and inspiration. Thanks for watching.